spill over to all kinds of things. It's a shame that it has to be that way. It would be very nice if we could have an appropriately secular government, and if the public school systems in particular could remain appropriately secular, which is not anti-religious, it's indifferent towards religion. Let's teach kids about what religions have to vary, religious courses. Let's teach literature courses as well. But when it comes to science, you bring science into the classroom, and it is not wrong for science organizations to say, I'm sorry, but your religious ideas are not going to qualify for this. And even if they don't say, I'm sorry, even if you just say, your religious ideas don't qualify as science, somebody's going to take that as rude whether you put the I'm sorry in it or not. Somebody's going to take it as rude even if you were to say, I happen to agree with you that there is a God, but I don't think it should be taught in science class, or I don't think anything remotely approaches it should be taught in science class. They're going to find out rude. That Ken Miller, who does great talks about evolution, supporting evolution, etc., who's also a Catholic, doesn't think this stuff should be taught in school. And yet, when he talks about evolution, he's going to piss off the creationists, and when he talks about is God, oddly enough, he doesn't piss off the atheists. It's baffling. He confuses me. Yeah, I think so. How are you reconciling it? But I'm not mad that he talks about it. It's just that when if I were to go to a lecture of his, I'd be interested in the science portion, and when it gets to the religion portion, I'd be interested in that because I'm a freak about, listening to religious stuff. But I would be going, okay, what happens? How would you reconcile it? There's lots of questions. But I didn't realize the absurdity of the fact that we're going to sit around and have a discussion about something that neither of us have read. So, yeah. Let me move on to some other calls real quick, Steve. Okay, thank you. But I have a syllogism for one for that. It's in the theism, pantheism, all those kind of things. I want to give a history of metaphysics first, though, because I think it's relevant. Plato, with the laws of forms, right? He says, this reality is not as important as the forms. And Aristotle comes by and says, no, actually this reality is good. We deductively reason to understand it. And that's the former one. And then Descartes comes by and says, well, you had a quarter, right? Really, the only way we can interpret reality is like causal relations, right? And this is where modern thought, you can get scientific methods from this, and it's all good. The best we can do is interpret reality as it shows up to us through the senses, but we don't have no way of knowing if these interpretations of reality are grounded with necessity. Right? So can you accept that first premise? You're stating what your first premise was, and it's the history of metaphysics? No, it's Kant transcendental idealism. The theory of transcendental idealism. We say exactly what you're using as the first premise, and I can tell you. Right. The best we can do is interpret reality as it shows up to us through the senses, but we have no way of knowing if these interpretations match up with reality, with necessity. Yeah, I'll buy that. Okay. Point 2. There is no inherent value or necessity in any metaphysical interpretation. Sure, I say there's no inherent value in what's intrinsic, I guess, in anything. Yes. Things like life, whatever. Yeah, but in the universe there's no inherent value, right? Okay. To say that there's no inherent value in any particular metaphysical system does not mean that there is no value in that system. One I consider to be more valuable. But that value is asserted by humans. Yeah. All value is asserted by humans. Exactly. That's the point. Okay, but to say something has no inherent intrinsic value and say that it has no value is a category error. The paper, the dollar bill that's in my wallet has no no inherent value, intrinsic value. It has value because we give it to them.
All right. So it's not intrinsically more valuable, but it's definitely, you would agree that it's definitely not necessary. It's not grounded with necessity, right?
What's necessary?
Any one metaphysical interpretation of reality.
One metaphysical interpretation of reality is necessarily accurate if we're making the assumption that there isn't any reality at all.
But none of them are grounded with necessity. We know there has to be one that's true, but we have no way of knowing because of the appearance reality problem, the mind-body problem.
We have no way of knowing. I don't agree with that either. We're constantly in the process of figuring out which ones are more reliable than others.
I contend that my first premise said that we have no way of knowing if these interpretations match up with reality with necessity. And that's my conclusion pretty much. It's just adding.
Oh, all right. Then I apologize. I'm looking back up. On the premise, my assumption was that when you said that we have no way of determining if these match up with reality, you were talking about, is the reality that I experience the actual one true reality?
Not necessarily just the brain and the bat example, but any metaphysics.
Any of the thought experience. And on that level, I'd say, yeah, Tom's right, that we cannot tell anything about an ultimate reality, for example.
Yeah, grounded with necessity.
We can say about the reality we experience. And yes, it's necessarily circular to some extent.
So you're agreeing with the that it's not grounded with necessity. The scientific method and your basic metaphysical view.
I'm not sure that I'm agreeing with that at all.
So you're rejecting them. I'm just trying to figure out where you stand.
Sounds to me like we sort of take it on faith that our senses are telling us the truth. And we then have to choose metaphysics based on what our senses are telling us. That's what somebody like, that's what some people have asserted, that the senses are properly basic, that we have no... I don't think they are. I just say we take it on faith. That's what properly basic means. Okay. My position is that, yes, we cannot distinguish whether or not... I can't distinguish whether the reality I experience is an ultimate reality. That could be in a matrix or a brain of that, or pick any thought experiment you want. But I do experience some reality. This is what Descartes solved with, I think, therefore I am. And within that reality, I can test the reliability of my senses. Does that make sense?
Yes, but the point is, it's an existential point, it's that it's not grounded with necessity. That's the biggest problem of metaphysics, is that we've never been able to ground them with necessity. Therefore,
grounded to what with necessity? Because if you're saying grounded to an ultimate reality, I agree. If you're saying grounded to reality as
not a phenomenological. I'm saying we have a phenomenological worldview where it shows up through our senses, but we have no way of knowing if these senses are actual interpretations of reality.
You're changing scope. I want to know when you're talking about reality, are you talking about ultimate reality versus the reality I experience? Because I would ultimate my senses can be demonstrably reliable within the reality that I experience.
Yes. And this goes on to a later point of, the death of the idols. We don't have any absolutes, and therefore multiple metaphysical world or views are just
we have no absolutes.
I was asking you if your metaphysical worldview is grounded with necessity to the ultimate reality, and you said no, it wasn't. So that's the death of the absolutes that Nietzsche talks about.
Okay. Consider me stupid, because you're going to have to stop cross-referencing with shorthand of what Nietzsche said or what so-and-so said. And I'd rather just discuss what we're actually talking about. But I do hold, as you find out if you go watch the argument with Matt Slick, that the three logical absolutes are in fact absolutes. We've had time to debate that.
Yeah, you can't accept that as an absolute either because of the first premise.
No, they're absolutes. Three logical absolutes.
Not the ultimate reality. To reality as you see it, that's not the ultimate reality.
No. Logical absolutes are absolute regardless of any reality, ultimate or otherwise, even if nothing exists. It's really simple. Identity, non-contradiction, excludes middle. They are necessarily, absolutely